My beloved child, sit with me for a while and let your heart rest. I know you have been strong for so long that you forgot what it feels like to stop bracing yourself. You became used to being alert, prepared, guarded, because peace once felt temporary to you. But I want you to hear this slowly and clearly now. This season is different. You do not need to stay tense anymore. I am here. I saw how you adapted to survive. You learned to read between lines, to sense shifts in tone, to notice what was not being said. You learned these things not because you wanted to, but because you had to. That awareness kept you safe when love felt uncertain. And while it protected you then, I am now teaching you how to rest without fear. My beloved child, there were moments when you questioned whether something was wrong with you. You wondered why relationships felt heavy, why effort was not reciprocated, why your heart always seemed to carry more weight than others. But nothing was wrong with you. You were simply giving too much of yourself in places that could not hold you. I watched you pour love into empty spaces, hoping they would fill. I watched you wait for understanding from people who did not yet understand themselves. You were patient, you were loyal, you were sincere. And though it cost you deeply, it shaped you beautifully. Now, I am asking you to release the belief that love must be earned through endurance. Love does not require you to suffer to prove your worth. Peace does not require you to explain yourself repeatedly. You are allowed to exist without justification. My beloved child, I know how hard it was to walk away from what felt familiar, even when it hurt you. Familiar pain can feel safer than unfamiliar peace. But you chose growth over comfort, and that choice has shifted everything. You may not see the full picture yet, but alignment has begun. You are no longer being pulled in directions that drain you. You are no longer being tested in the same ways. That is not coincidence. That is transformation. I am healing the parts of you that learn to minimize themselves to be accepted. You no longer need to shrink your voice. You no longer need to dim your needs. You no longer need to tolerate confusion to keep connection. My beloved child, you are learning that boundaries are not walls, they are doors with wisdom. They allow in what nourishes you and keep out what harms you. This discernment is not selfish, it is sacred. There will be moments when you feel guilt for choosing yourself. Let that feeling pass. You are not abandoning others, you are honoring the life I am restoring within you. I know you sometimes miss the old version of yourself, the one who trusted easily, who gave freely without hesitation. That version of you is not gone. It is being protected. It will return where it is safe to do so. You are not becoming cold, you are becoming clear. My beloved child, I am preparing you for relationships that feel mutual, not ones, conversations that feel honest, not exhausting, connections that bring peace, not confusion. This preparation requires patience, and I know patience has been difficult for you, but trust me, what arrives in haste often leaves in chaos. What arrives in alignment stays with stability. I am also teaching you how to be present without overthinking, how to enjoy moments without anticipating loss, how to laugh without bracing for disappointment. This is a gentle unlearning, and it takes time. You may notice that your desires are changing. What once excited you may no longer interest you. What once felt important may now feel empty. This is not boredom. This is clarity. My beloved child, your spirit is becoming more honest. You no longer want surface-level fulfillment. You want depth. You want truth. You want peace that lasts beyond a moment. And I am guiding you toward exactly that. There will be days when old memories resurface, when past emotions knock quietly on your heart. Do not be afraid of them. They are simply reminders of how far you have come. They no longer control you. I am proud of how you stayed gentle in a world that tried to harden you. That gentleness is not weakness, it is strength under control. It is compassion guided by wisdom. My beloved child, I am aligning you with people who will not rush you, pressure you, or demand parts of you before trust is built. You will feel seen without being exposed, loved without being consumed. Until then, honor the quiet, honor the slowness, honor the healing that is unfolding within you. You do not need to explain your journey to those who have not walked it. You do not need to justify your boundaries to those who benefited from your lack of them. I am teaching you how to stand firm without becoming rigid, how to stay open without becoming vulnerable to harm. This balance will carry you forward. There is a calm settling into your life now that is not accidental. It is the result of every hard decision you made when it would have been easier to stay. Every tear you cried in private. Every prayer you whispered when you felt unheard. My beloved child, I was listening the entire time. Soon you will realize that the peace you are feeling is not fragile. It does not disappear when challenged. It does not collapse under pressure. It holds. You are becoming someone who no longer chases validation because you have learned your worth. Someone who no longer fears being alone because you have found me within the silence. This season is about integration, bringing together all that you have learned, healed, and reclaimed. It is about living from a place of wholeness, not survival. Walk gently, trust deeply, rest often. I am with you in this stillness, and I am leading you forward, one calm step at a time. My beloved child, remain here with me a little longer. I know your heart is learning a new rhythm. For so long, your life moved to the beat of urgency. Fix this, hold that, don't fall apart. Now things feel slower, quieter, and sometimes that stillness makes you uneasy. But this stillness is not emptiness, it is healing. I see how your mind still checks for danger even when none is present. You learned to stay alert because peace once came with conditions. You were taught, by experience, that calm could be interrupted without warning. So you adapted, you became observant, careful, prepared. That kept you safe then. But now I am teaching you how to release that constant vigilance. My beloved child, you are not losing your edge, you are gaining rest. I watched how often you questioned your own feelings. You felt something was wrong, but you talked yourself out of it. You sensed imbalance, but you tried to normalize it. You gave others the benefit of the doubt while doubting yourself. That habit came from love, but it cost you clarity. Now you are learning to trust your inner voice again. That quiet knowing you feel, that is not fear, that is wisdom returning. You may notice that you are less reactive than before. Situations that once pulled you into emotional storms now pass without much effect. This is not indifference. This is emotional maturity. You no longer feel the need to prove, explain, or defend who you are. My beloved child, there is strength in not responding to everything. There is power in choosing peace over participation in chaos. I know you sometimes feel like you outgrew people and places suddenly, but growth often feels abrupt when you look back. In reality, it was happening slowly over countless moments where you chose awareness over comfort. You are no longer attracted to what drains you. You are no longer impressed by noise. You are no longer willing to sacrifice your peace to maintain connection. That is not selfish. That is self-respect taking root. My beloved child, I am healing the part of you that believed love had to be proven through tolerance. You are learning that love also looks like walking away from what repeatedly hurts you. It may feel lonely at times, choosing this path. When you stop entertaining confusion, fewer people have access to you. But the quality of your connections will increase, even if the quantity decreases. I am also teaching you patience with yourself. Healing does not erase memories. It transforms how they live inside you. Some days you will feel light. Other days a memory may surface unexpectedly. That does not mean you are regressing. It means you are human. Be gentle with yourself, my beloved child. You are doing better than you think. You are no longer living to survive. You are learning how to live fully. That transition can feel uncomfortable. When survival mode ends, your body and mind need time to adjust to safety. This is why rest feels strange to you. This is why calm sometimes feels undeserved. But hear me, you deserve rest, you deserve safety, you deserve peace. My beloved child, I am aligning you with experiences that reflect your healing. You will notice that conversations feel more honest. Spaces feel more respectful. Relationships feel more balanced. This is not luck, it is resonance. What you tolerate shapes what stays, and you have raised your standard. I know there were times you feared being too much or not enough, too emotional, too quiet, too thoughtful, too sensitive. But you were never too much, you were just in the wrong environments. In the right spaces, you will feel appreciated, not overwhelming. Seen, not scrutinized, supported, not drained. My beloved child, I am also restoring your sense of joy. Not the loud, forced kind, but the quiet joy that lives in contentment. You will find yourself smiling without reason, enjoying moments without urgency, breathing without pressure. This joy does not announce itself, it settles gently. I know you still carry hope mixed with caution. That is okay. Hope does not require you to forget the past. It simply asks you to believe that the future can be different. And it will be. You are becoming someone who values depth over intensity, consistency over excitement, truth over illusion. This shift will guide you toward what truly belongs to you. My beloved child, I am proud of the way you chose awareness instead of denial, courage instead of avoidance, growth instead of comfort. Soon, you will look back at this period and realize it was a crossing, a bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. Trust the pace, trust the process, trust me. I am with you in this stillness, and I am leading you into a life that feels like home.